Hi guys, I'm Calvin Morris and I'm here today to talk to you about Star Wars The Force Awakens. I've literally just got back in from the cinema now. I'm not going to do a written review for this film. I'm just going to do I'm not even going to write bullet points or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about the film that I just saw. So if I'm not that thorough, then I apologise. But I can't be bothered to make notes about this film. To be honest, to do this. So what did I think of The Force Awakens? Is this movie a new hope for the Star Wars franchise, or is it more a phantom menace to the franchise? Well, I gotta be honest, I didn't like it. And that's where I stand. I didn't like The Force Awakens. I'm really sorry. And I'm not going to say, oh no, I loved it. No, I didn't think it was a good film. Is it as bad as the prequels? No, it's not as bad as the prequels. But that doesn't make it a good film. It's honestly, if I had to say what the main problem with the film was, I would say J.J. Abrams. Which is a shame because I've become sick of having to defend J.J. Abrams before a film comes out. I done it with Star Trek. I remember being in a friend's house and he showed me the trailer for Star Trek 09 and it was like, oh, give the guy a chance, you know, it's good that he's doing something new, it's good that he's doing something different. I want to see him do something with Star Trek and take it in a new direction. And then I had to apologise heavily for it because that film is a bucket of shit. And so is, I don't want to say The Force Awakens is a bucket of shit, but honestly, you know, if I had to say what J.J. Abrams' true talent was, is that he has the ability to plagiarise the crap out of something and then mask it from the public and then let everybody blow smoke up his ass. And after The Force Awakens, he's going to have so much smoke blown up his ass, he's going to be walking around like a hot air balloon. There's good in this film as well. There is good in this film, and the good comes from John Boyega and Daisy Ridley. Those two in this film are brilliant. I genuinely think they're brilliant. I also like Kylo Ren as well. Kylo Ren, I think, is one of the most interesting characters, and probably Kylo Ren is the most interesting character in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Unfortunately, he doesn't get enough screen time or dialogue to be able to give you that story, which is something going forward. That's going to be for episodes 8 and 9, but by far Kylo Ren is the most interesting character in the film. This film looks spectacular, by the way. This film it looks fan-bloody-tastic. I mean, it's the nuts. It's literally, you know, the dog's doodah. It is the dog's bollocks. Unfortunately, the story is just plain bollocks. I don't want to give anything away, but let's just say that Star Wars, for the first time, plagiarizes Star Wars. There's really clunky dialogue in this film. I mean really clunky. It feels like it was written by a 10-year-old playing with their action figures. It was literally sort of, quick, pass me your gun. Thank you. Bang. Wow, I like your gun. This is a cool gun. It's like, and I'm not even making that up either. It's that clunky. And it's right the way throughout. BB-8 as well. Wow, do they push this thing on you. At the start of the film, it was like, this thing's a little bit annoying, but it does warm to you. You do warm to a BB-8. But it's all the time. You know, it's like, stop shoving this bloody droid in my face. You know, yeah, oh, you gotta love BB-8. You have to love BB-8. He's a cute little droid. It's like, look, I'm warming to you. Don't make me regret it. But it's very much, it's very clunky to listen to the way people talk in episode 7. Like I said, there are some really cool shots in this movie. There's some really cool shit happening that it just makes you go, wow, that is awesome. Okay, but unfortunately, it's strung together really loosely to make the film, and that's not, you can't just take cool shots, get a load of cool shots, put them together and say that's a story. For me, I mean, even the way some of the characters were introduced was like, this is just awkward. This feels awkward. This feels really, you know, it was just like out of the blue. And it's like, and the other problem I would say with this film is that there's too much humour in it. Everybody's got a punchline. Poe Dameron, I thought was good. And I liked the fact that the guy had sass as well. So, you know, when he's facing up against some of the bad guys, he's got real sort of almost Han Solo-esque sass to his voice, whereby he's got a wry wit and can make some snide comments and get away with it. But everybody's got these in this film. Everybody's got a joke. Everybody's got a punchline, and it's like, geez, stop. And as for The Force Awakening, okay, I don't like how the Force gets awakened and used. I don't like it, because it's like, really, somebody spent years dedicating their life to learning and mastering this, and you've just gone, oh, okay, he's turned the switch on and you can do it now. That's not good. That's not good at all. And again, the other problem I would say is that there's too much coincidence in this film. You know, it doesn't feel like a film that's been set over the galaxy. It feels like a film that was set in a really small town. Too many people know too many people. They've all heard of this, they've all heard of that. This guy's a legend. That guy's Han Solo. Wow, it's Han Solo! It's Han Solo, everybody! It's like they announce him onto stage. You know, everybody give it up, Han Solo! It felt like that. It felt like that moment from Comic-Con. It was just really awkward. Now, was it a horrible film? No, it wasn't, okay? It is better than episodes 1, 2 and 3, it is. But that's because I've seen the story before, you know? And it was nice to see the moments. You get a lot of nostalgia moments from this movie, but that just comes from people making entrances. So, if I had to rate this movie out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I can't give it higher than that. It looks bloody spectacular. Okay, when this movie comes out, I will be getting it on Blu-ray, but I will be getting it for the special features, not for the film. Because it does look absolutely amazing. It set things in motion for further Star Wars films, and it's done a good job of that. I will admit that. I'm giving it a point for that. So yeah, it set things in motion for future Star Wars films, but man, is it a broken shell of a movie. The story is just, again, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give too much away. I would just say, look, like I said before, Star Wars plagiarizes Star Wars in this film, and the dialogue's clunky, and the most interesting character doesn't get enough screen time, and everything else is just a, hey, look at this, remember Star Wars? So, and that's it, pretty much. So I'll give it a 4.5 out of 10. That'll do it for me. Anyway, that's what I think of The Force Awakens. I'll see you later, guys.